Goldman sees Australia and New Zealand inflation falling below 3% in 2024. Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated expects inflation in Australia and New Zealand to ease to a bit below 3% by late 2024, within the targets of both central banks and paving the way for reductions in interest rates. An easing in inflation of this magnitude would normally require a sharp deterioration in the labor market, economists led by Andrew Boak wrote in Goldman's 2024 Outlook report published Tuesday. We continue to expect that Australia and New Zealand will achieve a soft landing in 2024. U.S. kicks off fiscal year with an 87% surge in interest costs. The interest the U.S. pays on its debt soared in October from a year before, showcasing the rising cost to the government of higher yields on treasuries. Interest on the public debt was $88.9 billion in the first month of the fiscal year, up 87% from the figure in October 2022, Treasury Department data released Monday showed. Despite the surge, the budget deficit for the month of October was notably smaller than a year ago, down 24% to $66.6 billion from $87.9 billion. Adjusting for calendar differences, the deficit shrank by 4%. Treasuries-US yields mixed, with short end lower, ahead of inflation data. New York, November 13, Reuters, U.S. Treasury yields were mixed on Monday and range-bound trading, with those on the short end modestly lower, as investors anxiously awaited inflation and retail sales data due this week that could shape expectations on whether or not another rate hike is warranted. Wall Street economists expect the headline Consumer Price Index, CPI, due to be reported on Tuesday, to have slowed to a 0.1% rise in October, from a 0.4% increase in September, according to a Reuters poll. The core inflation number is expected at 0.3% last month, unchanged from September. ICBC paid ransom after hack that disrupted markets, cybercriminals say. London, China's biggest lender, the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, has paid a ransom to cybercriminals who hacked ICBC last week, a representative of the Lockbit ransomware gang said on Monday, November 13, in a statement Reuters was unable to independently verify. Key events this week: CPI, PPI, retail sales, more Fed speakers and Walmart earnings. As DB's Jim Reed writes in his weekly preview, this week will be the opposite of last week with not so much Fed speak but lots of important data and events, and the highlight will certainly be Tuesday's U.S. CPI but U.S. retail sales, Wednesday, will also be a big driver of Q3 GDP forecasts. Additionally, PPI, Wednesday, and a raft of U.S. housing data, NABI, Thursday, starts/permits, Friday, will be other notable U.S. releases alongside the NY Fed one-year inflation expectations today. Finally, something else that will sneak up on markets will be the potential U.S. government shutdown on Friday. Thank you.